kind. Hello and welcome to Going Over. I, of course, am Fred Slow. Alongside me is Van Nunn Lee. Alongside him is For Sale Saleh Taylor, your Duke City Championship Wrestling NWA New Mexico heavyweight champion of the world. Welcome, boys.
It just feels right.
Another beautiful day at Howie's, baby.
What does it just feels right even mean?
Anything and everything about everything you just said was just right.
Just having a title. Just
having a title that I earned wholeheartedly.
What is that? Again,
it's well deserved.
Wholehearted.
I deserve it.
All right.
That's what I wake up to every morning.
Deserve what? Finish the sentence.
How you doing? How you doing, Fred?
For a guy who hates pronouns so much, For Sale, just dropping it in there every so often.
It's one of those neo pronouns, man. Yeah, we're hip with it. We stay up on it.
It's not true. That's not what that means.
Your intro's a little wordy. I think I need to script something longer for me.
Go on. Let's let's spitball.
Duke City Championship Wrestling, NWA New Mexico heavyweight champion, actor, rapper, mathlete, For Sale Saleh Taylor.
Correct.
And Van.
Yeah, heartbreaker.
You brought up my days from DECA, too?
Yeah, for sure. You know I did.
Searchable in the Epstein files. It's actually just somebody like trying to sell a house.
Sale, yeah.
They go, technically, you're right.
Yeah, I'll buy 4 sales,
WrestleMania week in the world of pro wrestling, so it's fun to talk about pro wrestling at that time. A lot of people tell you it's the best time of the year. I will agree with as they say that, but I will say this, boys. I don't know if the hype, and I don't just mean for WrestleMania, I mean for wrestling fan, exists the way that we have historically known it. I want to take you back to this past weekend. This past weekend in TNA, there's a big return, right? In TNA, there's a big return. And this should be significant. EC3 returns, spent time in NWA forever after, a cup of coffee and WWE. And he comes back, Van, and he debuts, and Eric Young's right there. And a lot of people will tell you that was, at least to recently, the golden age of TNA. They're kind of rivaling back and forth. And it was crickets.
Yeah, I heard and didn't hear.
Yeah,
that when it happened. Timing, man.
Timing, and that's the point I'm trying to bring us to here. It's not that specific one, but talking a little bit about, and I think WWE is looking at it right now with their road to WrestleMania. The crowd isn't doing what I believe these organizations want the crowd to do. Like, Saleh, you've been in the business a long time. Van, you've been a fan of the business for some time. Talk to me a little bit, boys, about the pivot in storytelling. Talk to me a little bit about what you do, because we saw CM Punk last week and what people are trying to deem as the second pipe bomb, saying, hey, I'm gonna fight this Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna do it in front of the real fans, except the real fans can't afford it because of TKO.
Economics, man.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit, boys, about what modifications on the fly are like in the world of entertainment.
First off, I love what CM Punk is doing, whether that was off script or whether, it got okayed from the big dogs upstairs.
Well, it has to.
I love calling out your boss. Speaking truth to power in a time in this country and world when people are speaking power to truth. They're doing the exact opposite. Just kissing the ring everywhere you look. And CM Punk has the brass buttons, has the balls, has the sheer audacity to call out his boss. I love every second of it.
I think it's kind of interesting to me the power the audience has.
Yeah.
And I think historically the audience has called for a lot of things in the game, and I don't just mean pro wrestling, I mean all of television. Sam and Diane should have been the forever couple. There's a lot of these examples we can give. But for whatever reason, pro wrestling seems to listen to that. They don't stay the course. In season 2 of Boardwalk Empire, you kill any character you want, and I get really upset. They don't just bring them back to life. Like in Game of Thrones,
they gone.
Pro wrestling don't seem to care. I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena shows up to beat up Pat McAfee. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He retired 5 minutes ago.
Oh, sure.
Because that's what they know the fan wants.
I mean, it's a perpetual going out of business furniture sale in the WWE. Like, how many times the Undertaker dies like every match, right?
That's
like
his thing.
it just
Yeah, that's
it
his
just
thing.
keeps coming back to life. Like, you can do it with anybody. Why not John Cena? Why not bring back the ghost of Bam Bam Bigelow for all I care? Is it entertaining?
He was over. He was over. Yeah, Sully, you've been in the industry for a long time. Why? Why is it the way it is that pro wrestling will just change my? Because TNA is going to swoop this thing around real quick to at least get a negative reaction for EC3, because no reaction is literally the worst reaction.
That could make or break momentum for you, having a non-reaction or over the top reaction. Coming from theater, we know that there's a run for a certain amount of time. We prep, we run for several weeks, and then that's the end of the show. We know that there's an end of the show. Professional wrestling for the big shows, WWE, AEW, TNA, NWA, ideally, they're going to run this as long as people will keep buying in, will keep tuning in, will keep showing up. And so, yes, they have to keep the finger on the pulse. They have to listen to the audience so much to guarantee the next show, guarantee the tickets will sell, guarantee the people will come.
Yeah.
And so, they'll try and do some strong booking and have a return that not many people were expecting, hoping.
Yeah, but you're saying strong booking. I'm saying they don't know what that's going to end up being.
So that's the gamble of booking.
Yeah.
That's the gamble of it. And it's just hoping that you have a reason for people to tune in the next time, for people to buy tickets to come to the big show. We know WrestleMania is it's the Super Bowl. It's the granddaddy of them all. And
the audacity of you right now.
Oh, gosh.
One day after the Masters to call WrestleMania the granddaddy. You're literally stealing the moniker from the sport event that ended yesterday.
But
now that's pro wrestling. That's pro wrestling.
All is pro wrestling, man. All.
That's the one too. They all just from each other.
Yeah,
sure.
Like pro wrestling, everything is the Super Bowl of everything.
Yeah.
For real, WrestleMania 3 was bigger than the Super Bowl at the time.
Right.
Yes.
Like the Super Bowl was the WrestleMania of football.
Yes.
That's not true anymore.
Yeah. It's the Real Housewives of Atlanta season finale, the Super Bowl of reality TV.
I think the reason
It's
it's
way more like WrestleMania of reality TV. Let's be honest here.
I tune in.
And it's not super used that way anymore because now the copyright term, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
the NFL is not going to let you do that. But before, when that stuff was like super laid back, everything was the granddaddy or the Super Bowl or the a lot of things were the Open, which I know is like more than just golf and tennis. But yeah, those things they've kind of subsided, I guess. But that's not because of fans. That's because of legality. Fans drive the narrative in this pro wrestling stuff. Like I guess like the rumor was, they're going to have like hosts for WrestleMania, but now I guess it's going to end up being Danhausen because like the fans just want to see him.
They love it.
Yeah. And with all this, like,
they're putting over the curse really well, by the way.
Yeah, they're super putting it over. But that's what I'm saying with the crowd. The average fan is, if not actually 13 years old, mentally 13 years old. Like, what are you doing pro wrestling immediately giving into all of it? Like, you're losing me a little bit. Like, stay the course, tell your long-term story. But obviously I'm wrong because people claim to quit it every single day and then tune in on Monday.
Or the NFL
Tuesday.
is obviously the big kid on the block. Like, they're the example for everyone.
Yeah.
And they just make so much money hand over fist. They could give two flying flips about Joe Schmo Cowboy fan because they're going to get all the corporate money. They're going to get all the TV money. And I think WWE is seeing this formula and they're like, hold on, we're like creeping up on basketball. We're creeping up on baseball. We're still light years behind NFL, but like we're in the discussion of being number 2, like sports entertainment product now. It's like, why don't we go after the NFL? Their formula.
AEW partnered with the NFL this week.
See?
On merchandise. Like that's
insane.
It's a full-on thing.
The TKO buyout, like that is such an insane amount of money infused into your product. Like you don't care about, 13-year-old, either mentally or age appropriate 13. Like you don't care about those anymore as long as you're raking in the dough.
Well, and they've had this formula forever, which is, I'm not going to say falling short by any means, but maybe it's just because I'm an old head now. But when we were kids, and you go back to WrestleMania 3, or even the first WrestleMania, right, 1985, and it's Cyndi Lauper, and it's Mr. T, and it's Muhammad Ali, and it's the piano guy. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Elton John?
No, the gayer one.
Liberace?
Yeah.
Liberace.
Yeah, Liberace.
Was it the candelabra guy?
Yeah. How gay are you on a scale from Elton John to Liberace?
And I'm saying, like, Cyndi Lauper?
Sam Smith.
Yeah. Charlie Puth. Thanks for asking. Harry Styles pearl necklace, if you don't mind.
Oh, you tease.
Ew. Gross.
Wait, do you remember when we used to do spots on pop radio all the time? And it was always the exact same White Rapper song was on every time we went in the pop station. What's the White Rapper's name?
Macklemore?
No,
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Oh, that kid.
Did you see his new album?
Did not. That's not in my algorithm.
Okay, so Jack Harlow has a new album coming out, and it's soul R&B. Soul
Is it
R&B.
now?
Oh.
Okay.
You got some backlash on this one.
He did get a little bit. The name of the album, and I'm not joking. I'm a guy who tells a lot of jokes.
Okay.
The name of the album is Monica.
Just Monica, like in tribute to 90s R&B legend Monica?
The way that you and I say Monica,
Yes.
pretty normal.
Okay.
A way,
But
a guy,
there's another way.
There's
Now,
another way to
hold
say
on.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like first syllable more like ma.
Yeah.
Last syllable like
emphasis on the I.
Soft
yeah.
A.
we didn't bleep it out. I didn't say it. All right. I didn't say it.
Here's the point I'm trying to get to. Jack Harlow is the level of celebrity now. It's not Cyndi Lauper. It's this black impressionist Jack Harlow,
Right?
Who is not the bit Mr. T, Muhammad Ali, Liberace.
Yeah.
Like my hand is above the screen that is broadcasting this program because those are so high. And now and again, I don't understand YouTube stuff fully, like miss me, but now it's YouTube guy and it's MAGA enthusiast Pat McAfee, and now it's
right,
like all of the bottom tier.
Historically speaking, I believe the only two white rappers who have an impasse
Jack Harlow,
are Logic, because he's like a quarter
Logic's
black.
white.
You can't tell. You can't tell he's got a quarter black in him, but he does.
Yeah.
And Eminem because of obvious reasons.
Well,
yeah.
Because
Oh, Marshall.
It's actually the reason Mac Miller's in the grave. A lot of people don't talk about that.
Oh my gosh. He keeps rolling in it every morning.
Rest in power, King.
He's looking up at you
He's
right now.
looking
Just
over
loving that.
His words, not mine, Mac.
No regrets,
Big fan
man.
here. Big fan.
But that's the TKO rub, right? Where it's like they're still doing the celebrity thing, but it's not. They didn't invent it.
Sure.
Pro wrestling's been doing it forever.
Right.
Like I'll tell you right now, the best like celebrity thing I've ever seen in WrestleMania was Johnny Knoxville. The second best one I've ever seen is Snooki. Like,
all right. Well, you're both
That
of you
time.
are skipping over the best one of all time,
which is
the originator,
Bad Bunny.
Andy Kaufman.
And Andy Kaufman slaps.
Now that is the OG.
Speaking of keeping kayfabe alive.
Yeah, genius.
That's right.
He ruined his career for kayfabe. Is brilliant.
Oh my gosh. I saw the movie.
But and I had to double check this because I was just going to say it immediately, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. He was never at a WrestleMania.
No.
Yeah, that's the rub. Like
Because this predates WrestleMania.
Yeah, consider Memphis.
Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler's beef, like that's
The Memphis
years.
days.
I think that predates WWE, doesn't it?
no, but it was different
In the
Yeah.
infancy of it.
as you know it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's existed for ever.
This one is the WWF, I believe, right?
Yeah, and his stuff was in Memphis.
Yeah.
How many W's?
Yeah, how many W's?
World Wide Web Federation, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Check my sources.
Then now forever. Add that part.
forever.
Brother. But that's the one that's got to be pushed out. Like you said, they're telling stories for people who are okay. 79 to 83, and the first WrestleMania was 85.
You're
so,
welcome.
Yeah, the
Wrestling Encyclopedia Van Nunley.
So we now know it's actually
You add that to your name.
Thank you.
Andy Kaufman, obsessionist,
Hey.
Van Nunley.
Jot that down, would you?
What part?
The authority on the history of wrestling. Wrestling
What's
savant, if you will.
For Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, just Andy Kaufman's part. Nothing else.
Where do you win? That's the real question. I guess you win if it sells out. I guess you win if it sells out with even all these multiple discounts they're offering on tickets or whatever. Also, you're not really discounting a thing that you set your own price at. So
Yeah.
let's not act like anyone's getting a favor done here.
So we go on Amazon and get these really, really cheap looking like earphones. And it says the price was $575, but it's now $79. I'm like, why did the price go down that much?
Van talks about this all the time, the Coles effect.
Yeah, the Coles effect.
Yeah. Where it's
They perfected it. Everyone else is riding their coattails.
Isn't that what the ladies put in between to help strengthen their?
those are
doing
key
Kegels?
Coles.
Oh.
Key Coles.
Kegel's effect,
Okay,
which is a way better effect in my opinion.
I agree.
The
Keep it a toy.
Well, and that stuff's all a work now. To Amazon's a work.
Oh God, yeah.
Like if you're like me, right? You're like, hey, I can watch the news. I know that I should buy electronics right now because if I don't, they'll cost whatever in 5 minutes.
Sure.
And then Amazon is like, cool, we got your order. It's placed. Oh, there's a slight delay, a couple days. Oh, we're reviewing. Oh, on and on and otherwise. We lost Saleh for a second. I'll bring him back in. On and otherwise. But the real truth is they're just waiting to see what the futures do. And then after the futures do whatever they're going to do, then they say, oh, we're actually out of stock. And then one day later, it's restocked.
Yeah,
and you
wild.
Go, wow, wild how this happens. Because everything is pro wrestling, including Amazon.
Including the economy.
Yes.
Everything. Like this thesis is running thesis that Fred is running with. I hate that you keep getting proven right.
Oh, it's all the time.
Yeah.
It's the complete existence of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like in a bad way. It's like nothing is safe.
I mean, what is still real? Like, what do you have like 100% certainty in? Like the love and the hug of your grandmother? Like, is that the last bastion of truth in this world?
Mine's dead.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an option for me.
Yeah, mine's been dead for 30 years, but I still remember is real.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Oh, no. Don't do that to Van.
Grandma's at working me.
She worked you. Press the power.
He's
Just
the
to mow her
one.
lawn. Is that what all she was?
Just trying to move the needle, man.
I think there'd be a pass for me, too, on some of, not the pass you guys are thinking about, on some of these ticket price things. If everything else was affordable. Like, if you just had one that was exponentially more expensive than it should be,
Right.
but you could kind of get into everything else, cool.
Sure.
But that's not the current system.
Yeah. I mean, the Masters was just this past weekend. Like, it's $2,000 a day for an Airbnb plus
WrestleMania
travel plus $150 just to get a ticket if you're lucky enough to win the
To go to
lottery
the
to get a
auction,
ticket.
yeah.
But once you get in Saleh, you get a $1.50 egg salad sandwich. Like if they did that, we'll buy.
Yeah, and you can get a garden gnome that you can resell for. What did you tell me they were with, man?
I think 500 was the opening bid.
Gnomes, garden gnome.
Garden gnomes. Yeah, Masters limited edition garden gnomes.
Why do you have to say the whole thing? I mean, I feel like people.
Why is ISO speed?
Well, back to the intro.
tearaway
I'm trying to be a
pass?
little more wordy.
The thing with the gnomes is they're stupid.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah. By the way, if you're in my neighborhood, don't put them in your front yard.
Also, if they're in your neighborhood, make sure that gate's locked getting into your cul-de-sac because that bad boy needs to leave.
Yeah, but they should do that. Like, for all of his faults as a human being and performing artist, an actor, an activist, one redeeming quality of Kid Rock is he locks in the prices of the merch and the concessions at his concerts. Like that's the
Well,
only good thing about him
is-
is he's sticking it to Ticketmaster.
Is this why?
You know,
Is this
you
why
gotta-
Ticketmaster just not messing with him
You can't-
anymore? Or just
Well,
not buying
there's
him,
probably a
selling
lot
him?
more reasons, Solé.
That's a really cool thing he does for his 100 fans that show up.
Sure.
The dozens. But-
it's all one thing now. That was, you see that petition from all those industry professionals that were like, they don't want AEW getting bought from the Paramount WB merger.
WBU
Did you see all
yeah,
this?
Yeah,
Mm.
there's like over 180 signatures right now.
Yeah, it's over 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's through the roof. Like, so they're saying, hey, Paramount, Warner Bros, and Discovery are trying to CUM together.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I guess, flipped over the live television aspect, because when you're doing live television, they can insert anything like
Yeah.
immediately, you
Yeah.
know. So there's not like a real time vetting process to it. And they're like, no, this billionaire who owns it understands the game, and
Yeah.
he's gonna the messaging, and it's gonna ruin the sanctity or whatever. And you're going, guys, it's all cooked.
Sure.
There's
Yeah.
only four. There's 4 media companies, and you can only name 2 of them. Like, that's how few media companies there are.
And the 4 eventually will become 3, and then the 3 will become 2.
Yeah.
And then they'll all be either, I mean, there'll be a final battle in between Amazon and the mouse.
And how
I saw Demolition Man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taco Bell
Taco
won.
Bell.
Taco Bell
Yeah,
won.
Taco
Wars.
Bell was the one.
Battle of the Fast Foods.
No, it was Franchise Wars you're talking
Franchise
about.
Wars,
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, the Franchise Wars. It's
I was underground for that when it came out, so I watched it underground.
do you see any cows down here?
What's that?
These are not.
Did they force Pacific Islanders underground in the Demolition Man universe?
Yeah, that's the only way we could watch it.
Some FDR stuff.
Dang, man.
A lot of people forget about that part of FDR.
Yeah.
Not your people. The
Never forget. That's our never forget.
That's your personal never forget.
are you like pro Jane Fonda in this thing?
On the she's with the merger, right?
No. She said it was like, I'm gonna get the quote wrong and be like, one of the most destructive threats to free speech ever.
I agree.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
You know, it's when you have too many people, or actually few people that have so much influence, who is also paying the bills. We're already seeing it now.
Well, and this weekend I'll be at WrestleMania, right? But then the following whatever Monday is that big TV and
Oh,
film. What's it called? You know what it is. It's on to my tongue, but it's the big convention they do for like all the makers, right?
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna hang out 2 more days. Like I need the pulse
You should.
of like what television is like. You guys have been in these like scenarios. Well, Sally, I know you have. Van, I think you're adjacent to it, but it's like, have you ever sat in on like a meeting with like any significant job title from like a Sinclair or like a Nexstar and just listen to the way these people like break down like how TV works?
Right.
You know, it's fascinating and terrifying. You know, I was having a talk literally the other day with a guy from Sinclair, and there's not a Sinclair media market in Albuquerque, right? That does not own a station, does not exist here. Nexstar does, and then Hubbard does, and then the other one is whatever else. But it's not Sinclair. So you sit down at these meetings and they talk about, well, sure, the number of people, and then it's nothing about them being people.
Oh, you're a commodity.
You're a commodity.
Yeah, you're tradable livestock.
And they know how you are traded.
Correct.
Yeah, we trade you on a stream. We trade you on an over-the-air broadcast. We trade you on a 72-hour delay because your work week or blah, blah, blah. And they know all these things. And it's like terrifying.
Sure.
It's like if Big Brother was playing the not mess around game. Every piece of information about you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's layers to it. Like, it goes with almost all like large scale business, to where it's not about treating the consumer right, providing the best product. It's using you. Like, literally, I just said livestock. Like, you are just a number to these people. Like, how much does your vote weigh? Your viewing dollar, how much does that weigh to get corporate sponsors, sell commercials, et cetera, et cetera? It doesn't matter what kind of product they put out anymore. It's like, how many people can we get to consume this?
Mm-hmm. And then kind of that cliche, you and I worked in radio forever together, that cliche, You're going to get 20% of the audience in your favor all the time.
Sure.
And you're going to get 20% of the audience that will never mess with you.
Yeah.
And then it's like all of the tricks are put at that 60% in the middle where it's how can we convince those that might give an opportunity to? And if they do, with the way that today people absorb television, if you're going to start a TV show, this happened to me. I was watching Netflix and it was whatever the Matt Damon, Ben Affleck latest mashup thing was.
Oh man.
Yeah. And also I hate like anything that sexualizes or patriotizes or puts over like police or military. Like any of those types of movies are not for me.
Yeah.
Anything that's like,
Netflix should have its own category for bootlicking.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Bootlicking genres.
Mm-hmm.
so this movie opens.
Type that in later.
Nice. But it's big shootout. And I literally turn to my partner and I say to her, I go, we won't see a gun again for like an hour. I go, the way that these things are made now, they get you in the first whatever second, literally seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to write out like long diatribes of just the most, and you're going to tell me it's exposition and blah, blah, blah. But it's so flippin' boring because there's no build patience or understanding to anything. I have to immediately believe that I love these characters, which I have not met yet.
Right.
I get to put them in the most like difficult situation you're going to see for even the rest of the freaking movie because I almost lost it. And then from there, you just sustain. It's like you're battling attrition, which I guess is a little bit what pro wrestling kind of feels like right now too. I was just doing that in my head.
Pacing. Well, you have to grab the attention.
Yeah.
Get them in. Hook them in.
Open with CM Punk.
Yeah. Let CM Punk do 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He had the whole audience with him. And he did the thing again, talking about lower the ticket prices so my friends and family.
Yeah. And then I have to watch an Austin Aries match or whoever's next.
And I show speed, but that's pacing. Hook them, give them something to see, and then, but you can't, for the sake of the show in pacing, you can't keep it on that 4th or 6th gear the entire time. You got to give the audience a chance to breathe.
See, I don't know, man. I think you do when you're going home before your biggest one.
This is go home week though.
Like, just let's go. We did that in Duke City Championship Wrestling last show where it was, and this was on a little pulling back the curtain a little bit. So I have a daddy. It's the NWA.
Yeah.
And the NWA says, hey, you guys do really good at A, B, C, and D. Why don't you start putting some work into E and F and G? And I go, you're right. Like I got so much focus on A, B, C, and D. So, okay. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to change some stuff up, and we got the big birthday bash anniversary show coming up, and I'm gonna drive home these things. Let's see if it works. I don't personally know if it will yet. It's not the point. But it's if you don't change it, then I guess you're going to get an audience that's like stale on you forever. And if you change it too much, you're going to get an audience that doesn't recognize what you're doing.
Sure.
So, like, how do you intertwine it, boys? That's the question. Like, how do you?
You ever heard of the theory revolution?
The what?
Theory. It's a theory of revolution.
You're saying revolution.
Revolution.
Okay. See, that got me a little.
Not
confused.
evolution. Revolution. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In society's norms, you have what's expected of status quo. For those who need to make changes, you can either push a little bit more, and then that society can catch up a little bit, as long as it's within a little margin of not error, but a grace period,
sure.
or a grace area.
Yeah.
But if you ask for too much change in such little time, you're going to get conflict. And that is, like, in short, like, that's how revolutions or massive conflicts begin, because sometimes people are just like, I don't want to move, I don't want to change this much or have so much more expected of me on a societal norm. Therefore, I'm gonna push back and say, no, this is too much too soon.
Are you familiar with the 3.5% rule? If you 3.5% of your population protest, then it always leads to a revolution.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which in the United States of America, if you're keeping Trout and O'Keen's days, it is
more
roughly 12 million people. Roughly.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last one was roughly 8 million people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's just a climate.
You're getting closer.
You're
getting closer.
You're on the doorstep. Think about ringing that bell.
You're talking about the world of politics. Just look at presidential elections.
All right, I'm looking at it.
The pendulum, the pendulum swing throughout American history. If you take out Biden, You take out HW,
Okay.
and you take out Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
It's 8 years red, 8 years blue, 8 years red, 8 years blue, 8 years red,
Yeah.
8 years blue. People want something different. They get something different. They realize they don't like it. They want something different. They get something different. Realize they don't like it. They want something different. They
Yeah.
get something different.
Well,
But you can't. You can do that in politics, but you can't do that in the world of entertainment. And I think that's exactly what we're getting at.
well,
Because at entertainment, you got to go red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue.
Yeah.
there's some
Keep everyone engaged.
There's some truth to what you're saying, though. Like, and this is not the politics show, but if we go back to the greatest Congress of all time, 1968, and talk about it's the last time I was Democratic.
One
now
more year.
It's the last time that, and I can give you the list of things that have happened in that session that a lot changed in this country, including like Medicaid, Medicare, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's been Republican contested or controlled since then. That's it. And then you go to Ronald Reagan, and you can talk about the downfall since that. But in the world of television, you do get that swap, right? If you're talking I'm going to go to the 80s because that's kind of the time frame we're in.
Yeah.
Like those were Dallas. Those were these big pomp shows with that was the peak of soap operas. That was glam and glory. And then as soon as Married with Children showed up, and as soon as
sands through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives.
and it led to, again, Married with Children, and it led
and
to The
Marriage.
Simpsons, and it led to Roseanne, and it led to like that sway of things. And I'm going to say that kind of ended with Malcolm in the Middle, but then it went like straight back, right? It went into like they were called reality TV, but it was Paris Hilton, and that's what the most glamorous, at least at the time, Kardashian stuff, housewife stuff, and then is it trying to come back now? Like, I mean, I think some things tried, but it hasn't.
Man, I mean, you're talking about like network television, you're talking about cable television. With streaming, there's just everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's just any genre you could ever imagine.
At your
There's
fingertips.
something there for you. So I think you're definitely on to something. And speaking of the Paris Hilton and the rise of reality and how huge it is now, that's the most incorrect I've ever been in the history of entertainment. I was like, why do I want to watch regular people walk around, what they do day to day? This is stupid. Give me trained theater performers and actors and musicians. Like, let me see what the pros have to think about this. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
It's besides sports, the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, I would agree. And the cost, I think that's the thing that's so neat about pro wrestling too, is you can kind of gray that line so much. I was not joking. I was talking about Snooki at WrestleMania.
Right.
Like Snooki, who was as big as any reality quote unquote TV stars has ever been, and because of MTV, also was like a former gymnast. Also could get in the ring and do the stuff. Also was already entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
And the only difference between her being a reality star and her being a WWE star was WWE didn't find her first.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they would have found her first, she would have been at the top of that thing. If WWE would have found Bad Bunny first, he would be at the top of that thing. And you can kind of run that list. Bobby the Brain Heenan's a really good example of, he hosts the Tonight Show how many times?
Right.
You're right.
At least 4.
Yeah, at least 4. Yeah, but it's so
Off the
stupid.
top of your head, Sally?
I remember watching one of them.
But that's the thing. Like in this industry, it's if they got you first, and you'll be loyal to him. John Cena, you'll be loyal to him. The Rock, Hulk Hogan until he died. Up until about 5 minutes ago, Ric Flair. You see this?
Rest in power.
So he's not dead. So are you familiar with Roots of Fight? Is that what it is? Roots of Fight. It's a clothing brand. So they do all the old boxing stuff, like the Muhammad Ali, Rumble in the Jungle. They own all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So anyways, they own a bunch of pro wrestling ones, right? They own like all those trade, and they're all I don't know, like those nicer T-shirts we all wear, or whatever. And then,
Built to last.
yeah, and what's that little Homage brand does one for baseball? It's like real similar to that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So
Majestic?
no, it's different.
Okay.
It's like close, not the point. So WWE canceled his Ric Flair run in this Roots of Fight stuff.
Right before he was about to go, right?
The last 13th hour kind of thing. And he'd been a part of it forever. And like old school Nature Boys, NWA style stuff sells real well. And so he goes on the social media and he goes, look, I've been a good soldier forever. He's like, I I will mess you up, WWE. He's like, you're messing with my money. Like he goes, Ric Flair's not a gimmick. He's like, I will fight you until you're dead from it. And I go, God, you still cut a promo.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm in on it. But they get you early. They have you forever, man. Like, they do that with their fans, too. When did I start watching? I was 5 years old. Like, it's in Sully's family.
It's in my blood, man. It's crazy when you make it to, like, the big show. Branding is so important where it doesn't matter. For a lot of people who's made their name in the indie circuit, and then when they make it to the big show, this is back when Mr. Kennedy McMahon was running things. And he was obsessed with making sure that people wanted to know you because of him, no matter what you've done before. So they'll rebrand you, rename you, all these things. And like, unless you had leverage, you had to just take it. Like Texas Tornado.
Yeah, you're making a good point here. And
Freddie Fender.
Yes.
Doink the Clown is still wrestling today.
Okay.
Which one?
That's the point, right? Like, that thing exists. And it's a forever character that should be played by a million different individuals. But like, super works.
The
like,
Batman and Clowns.
Yeah.
Let's see the giant Jack guy in the lucha mask now.
Giant Jack guy in the lucha mask.
Yeah.
Is this a book?
Oh, my second favorite drink from Starbucks. Grande Americano. That guy. You could put anybody in there.
By the Triple A's killing it.
Yeah. Well, so they sent that talent to capture the Mexican talent, our Mexican fan base, which they super have.
Went over.
And then they're not putting it on the WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, that doesn't make any sense. But then in my head, I go, it makes sense because they're going to watch all next year.
Yeah.
Like that new audience that they have, quote unquote new, that newer loyalty from a familiar audience will stick with them for 1 year.
Well, this is one of the few times where they're actually using the momentum of something that was already established.
Yeah.
Triple A has been up and running for a long time. And right now, the Americanos just got they have their next match, which is going to be a mask versus match. Mask versus mask, a mask match. That's a tough one.
It's mask v mask.
Mask v mask. Masky mask.
That's probably Spanish.
Mask?
Yeah. But the Americanos are about to have that. But I don't want this to have a clean finish. I don't want this to end with this. I don't want I want it to go over bad. Tall Americano's gonna win. And then he's about to take the mask off and then runs out. Something happens. He gets betrayed. I want this to keep going. It's like original Americano. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That's the best part too. At least you'll be moved to emotion no matter what.
Yeah.
It's not like, and we started the show off with this. It's not like you think you know your audience well enough to where you put a story out there and it gets, and I don't even mean negative response. It gets no response.
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
Yeah. The people are there to be entertained. Like, just entertain them. Like, just be entertaining.
When you're going to have a cinematic experience and you make it in time to see the trailers before, the reactions you have, that 3 seconds after you've seen whatever trailer comes on, that reaction you have is the thing you will always mean the most in your life. We have fans of that who are in wrestling. Their initial reaction in that is the most honest reaction, genuine reaction. So when you don't get a reaction, that is why we call it the death of it, because
I think you're like incredibly accurate here, and not only just like the reaction to your big, your big twists, your big works, but especially like what we've been talking about, like something new.
Yeah.
If you hit the audience with something new and they don't pop the way you think it is, like it's dead from the beginning. Like people come in with like a certain, conception of what to expect. Like we hate For Sale. Mm-hmm. When we hear his name, we're going to boo the hell out of him.
Thank you.
When he comes out, we're going to boo the hell out of him. They know that coming in.
Yeah.
But when they get hit with something new and it doesn't pop, like it's immediately dead, right?
Ish, right? I mean, I can give you the really good examples of it being saved. Danhausen's a really good one. He came out at Elimination Chamber and people said WUT. And then, but 3 days later, Monday Night Raw, this curse gimmick thing they do. He hits it on the Miz or whatever, one of these fan favorites, and then it works. So you only get like the one opportunity. So like let's use TNA as an example. EC3 comes out, and again he's journeyed a little bit since his success in TNA, and if he can come out next TV appearance and something along the lines of, hey, good on TNA for getting all these new fans. Maybe you don't know me yet. Like maybe I need to tell you a thing about me.
Allow myself to reintroduce myself.
And then
I would love to see a quick. He cuts a great promo.
Yeah, sure.
Keep it brief though.
Yeah,
and go action. Allow myself to introduce myself, and then just go ham on the locker room. That would be a great way to book his thing.
It would not hurt him.
I agree.
Yeah, but they have to, and this is, I know Tommy, a little bit, and I know some of the guys over there. His gimmick name is Santino Morello, but they do a lot of the booking over there, and those guys do a good job, in my opinion, of thinking on the fly, especially with that roster. It turns over so much, and and this is why like Cody Rhodes and CM Punk haven't wrestled at all leading up this WrestleMania, because you just can't chance the injury bug that legitimately exists in the world of pro wrestling. And this has to do with guys are just big as hell. Like there's no one lean. Like there's no one whose ligaments function correctly.
Sure.
Like same, we see this in all professional sports. Even like your high school crush, what's her name? Rhea Ripley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like she just kept getting so hurt all the time from that size where it just doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, got to cut back on it.
I mean, if you don't count Rhea Ripley, I mean, there's a lot of thin, svelte wrestlers. They're called women.
And even like, it's just not easy. And then the guys who do maintain the size, they lose their minds. It's like, because what you have to do to get there.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Alberto Del Rio arrested in Mexico just the other day. Another domestic violence thing. And you go, well, yes.
Man.
Yes, he does steroids.
I mean, unless you got it naturally, genetically, Pacific Islanderly.
Thank you.
Like For Sale and the rest of his family. There's some little extracurriculars going in.
Never been to a gym before.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, you've been in a gym. All right.
Yeah.
James.
Go on. Gotta play the game sometimes, man.
How else do you think I got where I am?
Yeah,
today?
man. Shoot. Not who you know, but how you know them.
The days of Sid Vicious clones are gone. Like they're gone, which is a bummer for me.
What's the new one? Like
Ben Bishop right now, actually.
Takeshi 6ix9ine clones?
Ooh.
Like
if you can get the character development
face
right.
tattoo trap rapper clones. Like
they have that. The dude that lost all the weight. He is that. Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. Okay, sure.
He's that guy, and he's in the thing, and he's not Cyndi Lauper.
He's no Cyndi Lauper.
Who is Cyndi Lauper right now?
Are you asking me who Cyndi Lauper is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who is today's Cyndi Lauper?
Today's Cyndi Lauper.
I got you. Just watched her at Coachella on Friday.
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Put her in there.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter would crush.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know she was such a hate-filled bigot, but I'm into it. Like, hey, we all got flaws, girl.
But damn, that's a big one.
Yeah. Well.
My partner is a fan of Sabrina. We watch that thing live. It's like the biggest production, like WrestleMania level of production at Coachella. Set a new standard.
Well, why did she yell at that lady?
She thought she was yodeling.
Yes, I saw that.
Thought she was yodeling at her to distract her and ruin the set, and she snapped back at her. Little did she know it was a cultural, very important cultural expression that I had never heard of before either. Poor tiny little singer-songwriter actress.
Let me tell you though something. Like on a very, very small scale that I've been on stage with, it's very, very hard to get back momentum when you lose it, especially when someone's being very distracting. And like, yes, you're expressing yourself like culturally. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate right now.
Sure. You and Sabrina Carpenter share the same beliefs as it relates to other people's cultures.
I mean, yes, actually.
Feel free to speak for Sabrina Carpenter.
You are the authority, actually.
Actually, this feels right, though. I'm in the right place.
The Venn diagram of Saleh
It's just
and
one circle.
Sabrina. It's just a circle.
It's one circle.
Yeah.
Well, not like it's tough to get back momentum, but also like a little distracting. But I will hope that erring to the side of ignorance versus like, you're really distracting.
Yeah.
Because to my recollection, was it like on the lower part of the show?
Correct. Yeah.
And that's
Right in front
tough.
of them. Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
Tough.
but she mocked like her Arabic war cry or whatever it was. I mean, that part did happen.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Just-
I already nodded off to sleep before that happened, so that's where I stopped.
It was pretty late. It was pretty late.
Yeah,
Zagaruta? I never heard of it. High pitched. I've never heard of this. And I would agree. The part that I heard did sound weird. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
and she did say it sounded weird. That was weird, right? She said like something like that.
In her defense, I heard it immediately and I thought it was weird also.
Mhm.
And also in her defense, like she did the big thing, like she didn't try to excuse it. She owned up to her mistake and apologized for it. That's the kind of showmanship that belongs in WWE. So yes, Sabrina Carpenter is the new Cyndi Lauper.
Now,
Bring her into the fold.
I'm not a big Islamophobic guy,
Okay.
right? Like when you
Sure.
can, don't be.
Oh, hold on. Anymore.
Yeah.
Anymore.
But I'll say this. I find a lot of young people today will claim it's their culture when they're choosing to be disruptive.
Okay.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
you just follow me down this roller coaster
All right.
for a second.
All right.
Strap in. Let's strap in.
That was an ellipsis, not a period.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't understand obligations as it relates to that noise and their culture.
Sure.
I don't understand, but I also don't understand that as it relates to so many other cultures
Right.
where people claim, well, it's my culture.
Mm.
I go, is it your culture to disrupt everything that surrounds you? Because that's what I think you're actually saying.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not Sabrina Carpenter,
Right.
but but don't mock it. Like you just say, please stop.
Yeah.
And also, it's
Culture elsewhere.
I'll send her another basket of flowers. At least she didn't refer to it as her own personal 9/11, and that was really big for her as well.
She didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. Give her flowers because she didn't say it.
If you bring her out to whatever pop she gets, positive or negative,
Mhm.
I believe pro wrestling fan at WrestleMania would be positive. I believe pro wrestling fan in
Yeah, after in Ohio.
not as
Yeah,
positive.
sure. Yeah.
But then you also bring it, just like Coachella did, you bring out Justin Bieber after that
Mhm.
because it'll be the opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Whatever one she gets here, he'll get the opposite,
Yeah.
and then vice versa. Or you bring him out in Toronto. Whatever, you guys got the idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he just plays YouTube videos of himself like he did at this Coachella thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also they're like really well edited where like wrestlers are in them for some reason.
You beat me to it, dude. I was just gonna say his music dubbed over old WrestleMania clips.
Be super sweet. We're coming near the end of it where we have to, end it. One day talking about pro wrestling here on Going Over. Give me your final thoughts, boys, on the big week that is leading up to WrestleMania. And we're just 3 short weeks away from Birthday Bash 3 at the historic El Rey Theater.
I want to say Sabrina Carpenter did nothing.
Hashtag free Sabrina.
Free Sabrina, baby. I can't even say that with a straight face. No, it's always great talking shop with y'all. The things to look forward to. You got WrestleMania week. You got so many of the other shows happening. So many workers are from around the world.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to get a
They
chance
pop in.
for an exposure and treat. I just want to say every show that's happening this week, for those who are out there in Vegas, please go check them out. Go support indie wrestling. Check out all these guys who could become the next people getting ready to hit the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah. I mean, not all that you're going to see at WrestleMania, but a % of them have definitely done this. And Van, you've never been to a Vegas one. These are different than like some of the other WrestleManias where the week leading up is kind of intense. Really starting tomorrow, my time of recording. So the Tuesday before, there will be a show on the hour every hour,
Yeah.
Right.
somewhere in town, and multiple come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
And then some shows will run Oppo WrestleMania for some reason
Wild.
with WrestleMania on at those shows, which is an equally funny thing. But if you are out there and you're taking it in, do enjoy it because it is a unique thing. I did the 2 a.m. one on Fremont last year, the one that started at 2 a.m.
Okay.
And there's not enough White Castle to keep me going. Like this
Sure.
is like an old man.
Well, I mean, you're doing the wrong white if you want to stay up that late in
yeah.
Vegas.
Everyone else is.
What do you think is going to be the big swerve? Like, what's your prediction of like the thing that everyone's going to be talking about?
I think I got it. So someone's going to have to come in and beat up Pat McAfee because it's kind of a weird story thing. And
That'd be a nice pivot.
yeah, best if it was John Cena, probably not. Probably AJ Styles.
Okay.
I think it'll be AJ Styles will come in
Start the Bullet Club.
and fight him. Yeah. Because with what Finn Balor's doing right now and
He's gonna be Demon Finn Balor.
oh, is he?
Yeah,
That's good. He hasn't done that in like 8 years, so that'll be sweet.
this could be the first W
Yeah.
for the Demon in WWE.
But that's what I think it'll be. I think it'll be AJ Styles because I thought his retirement was really poor. That's my opinion.
I got a good one for you, boys. We're
Yep.
just talking about it. Sabrina Carpenter comes out.
Yeah, that's now
Obviously.
for
Yeah.
Van Nunley,
And then you hear
for Solly Taylor.
or whatever.
Yeah,
And then the Iron Sheik's daughter comes out
yeah.
and punishes her for her insolence.
Aaron Sheik comes out.
Uh,
I'm not saying no,
okay.
but you can't make me say
Mark
yes.
it down. The odds are long, but I'd put a couple bucks on it.
Yeah,
For Van Nunley, for
I got $2.
sale, Solly
Take a
Taylor. Thank you to Howie Sports Page for having us. We always have so much fun. Monday Night Raw is on the TV, and no video games tonight at time of recording, but video games next week.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, man. I beat a couple of those video game dorks at Tekken,
Cowards,
and
crowd,
they just scared them away.
cowards.
They said we need a week off from Van.
I was whooping everyone on No Mercy.
You were sandbagging a little bit too.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I was winning.
Thank you for listening. Going over. Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.